Welcome, welcome to possibly, no, very likely the only Pokemon Let's Go Eevee live stream going on right now. Welcome, I am Nino Marquis. The Mewtwo hunt. If you're watching this back or you're unfamiliar with this, the last time I streamed this was February 6th, 2021. The reason that date is significant, of course, it's Mewtwo's birthday. Now, I titled it Late Birthday. It is not my birthday, it is late Mewtwo's birthday, for in Cinnabar Mansion, I should say. I was going to say island. In Cinnabar Island, the journal actually says Mew gave birth in the originals, but really Mewtwo was successfully cloned on February 6th. So, in honor of that date, I have always streamed my Mewtwo hunt. Here's the problem. This will be the third one, I believe. Yeah, 2019, 2020, 2021. So this is the fourth stream of my shiny Mewtwo hunt. 30,000 resets is what I have recorded right now in my Mewtwo.txt file. I just leave myself a little note and it says 30K. Now I do have to, I didn't write down the rate, maybe I will this time. I don't know what the rate is, how many encounters I can get off in 1 hour, but I can tell you this, hundreds of hours have been put into this freaking hunt, and I still don't have one. Everybody got their shiny Mewtwo years ago. They've stopped playing Let's Go. They haven't picked the game up once. So, while everybody else is playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, everybody's shiny hunting in Arceus, I figure here I am, the only person that's probably hunting Mewtwo in Let's Go right now. But in honor of Mewtwo's birthday, let's finally finish this freaking hunt. It's been 3 years. This is my fourth stream. Well, actually, I'm sorry. This is my fourth birthday stream of Mewtwo's birthday. So, with that said, 30,000 resets puts this at the second longest hunt I've ever had, and it's uncompleted. So it's actually not the longest completed hunt, but it will instantly be the longest completed hunt I have as soon as Mewtwo here finally freaking shines. Glitchy Mario Bros, King Bunny, welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? You ready for the first reset? Let me put up the overlay. And can I do a sound check really quickly? Sound check on the game, sound check on my mic. Can you guys hear me all right? It indicates that you should be hearing me all right. Now let's see if you can. Did I typo on any of the words? No, I did not. 3 years. I finished up a Nuzlocke of this game, and then I started hunting this Mewtwo. It's been 3 years, and this hunt is not done. Incredible. It's actually an easy catch. If you can beat him, you can have him, because he doesn't run, unlike Arceus. He doesn't run, and it's pretty much until you run out of balls, but I have a Master Ball on the bubble. Doesn't matter. I've caught this thing dozens of times just to check and make sure I still can. I will let the cutscene play out just this one time. How are you guys doing this afternoon? I won't go all night, and I won't have to, because I'm going to catch this thing and it's going to be shiny, and it's going to be shiny very, very quickly. So there's the first reset, guys. How you guys doing? Hopefully you guys can hear me pretty well. The audio quality, it's always been okay on this program. Not the best. I've noticed it has a little bit of raspiness to it. That just comes from latency issues. I have another program. Honestly, I was using it. It's the regular OBS program I was using to stream back when I first started this hunt. So I figured, you know what? One of these days I should experiment going back and seeing how the quality of the audio is if I use that program. But nonetheless, guys, I know everybody's probably playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. How's it coming along? I guarantee if you look it up right now, Nito Marquis is the only channel streaming Pokemon Let's Go. I promise. Okay, I don't promise, actually. Who knows? There's thousands and thousands and thousands of live streams going on. But I feel like this is the only Mewtwo hunt in Let's Go you're going to find on YouTube right now. No, Motor Drive. I was afraid of making that the title, man. I was afraid of making that the title. It is not my birthday. I got another month before that one. No, this is Mewtwo's birthday. So for a little background, I'll just save you guys reading the description here, and I'll tell you. Mewtwo is a hunt I started after the Nuzlocke I did with Naya. Just a fun Nuzlocke. It was obviously an OP Nuzlocke. We did 2v1 the entire game. But the issue I have here is that I started this hunt for Mewtwo's birthday back in 2019. And I still don't have it. 30,000 plus freaking resets. How many Pokemon games? Snap has come out. BDSP, Pokemon Sword and Shield launched. I come back to this hunt all the time. And it is thankfully my second longest hunt uncompleted. Or my second longest hunt ever, and happens to be uncompleted. That Cresselia will haunt me forever. But with Mewtwo, this is my 4th Mewtwo birthday stream for Mewtwo's birthday. And I still don't have one. Everybody else got theirs in like 3 years ago. I guarantee nobody's playing it anymore. Most streamers have moved on. It was a fad for them. Let's Go was a fad. For me, I'm coming back, and I'm coming back, and I'm coming back. By the way, I also want to note that my first ever hunt in this game, and my first stream, I think it was my first stream ever, was Articuno. And I said, I'll come back to Articuno once I get Mewtwo. Yeah, look how that went. Biozine, what's up, my friend? I love Legends Arceus. King Bunny, I absolutely love Legends Arceus, which is why I'm obviously not playing it right now, because I just love it so much. No, I really do. I love Arceus. Absolutely phenomenal. Not without its flaws, but certainly a 10 out of 10 game. Maybe a 9.6 out of 10. There are mechanical things that I think if they work on and improve, they're looking at a 10 out of 10 game in the next time they make a Legends game. Please, Pokemon, make another Legends game. It's like I don't even need Let's Go anymore. Give me a Legends Celebi, and I'll drop the Let's Go Johto stuff. I've been spewing that for years. I'll drop that. Give me a Celebi Legends game where I can time travel and see how Suicune, Raikou, and Entei were formed, how they became, how they died, and then were resurrected. Give me that, plus some nice modern stuff, a new story. You give me that. I don't need Let's Go Johto anymore. I'll be okay. Right now, playing Let's Go since I don't have Legends Arceus. Glitchy, you and I are enjoying Pokemon Let's Go, and we're like the only ones in the world. Mewtwo, I cannot believe I have not seen you turn green. My God. This is an insane hunt at 30,000. Sorry, I was going to say 39. I really don't want to get to that. I'm estimating about 30. You know what? I need to time it. I need to see how long it takes because I didn't write down neither the number of hours I racked up on this. I just put down the total amount of encounters-ish, roughly. And what I need to do is I need to time myself and see how much that is so I can continue to estimate. All right, Biozine says, almost ready to sleep here, but stick around for a little while. Biozine, you're going to see the great action. You're going to see the amazing green Mewtwo after 3 years. Yeah, it really is 3 years. 3 years and a few months. This hunt, yeah, I'm going to say it's a 4-year-old hunt. Or, I mean, a 3-year-old, rather. Because, 2019, February 6th, I think that's when I started the hunt. So you are going to see this thing shine right now, and it's going to blow your mind. And then you can go to sleep. And it's going to be like a 15-minute stream tops because I'm just going to nail this Mewtwo and move on. Actually, if that realistically does happen, what I'll probably do is move on to the next target, Articuno. King Bunny's stuck at rank 9. I'm at 4. I haven't gotten a whole lot of time to play Legends Arceus, and even then I'm taking it slow. It's just a fantastic game. I'm exploring every inch. That said, I've also not gotten the time that I wanted to play. And then, again, right now, I have time right now, so what am I doing? Well, I'm sitting here playing Pokemon Let's Go. But this hunt has haunted me forever. And forever being 3 years. But that doesn't mean that I don't want another Let's Go game. It is with its flaws as well, but you know what? I thought there are drastic improvements we could make to Let's Go. All right, let me time myself really quickly. From the point I click start... now. All right, so this game, Let's Go, has its flaws, of course. I definitely can't argue that. The catch mechanics in Legends are like what Let's Go should have been. And I like the idea of using the motion control for the swing of the Pokeball. That much is cool, but it should have been, in my opinion, more like Legends. Although I guess it would be hard to do because you'd have to have an open world game or a first-person view or a third-person view, I should say, not a top view. So I don't know immediately how to fix it. I'm just saying Let's Go's catch mechanic could use a lot of work. And otherwise, they fix that. They give us a little more content with a Let's Go Johto. Oops. I meant to hit plus, not home. And you've got yourself a fantastic Crystal remake. Is it really? Oh, my God. Dude, it is. This is a slow one. This is slower than freaking... Dude. I did not realize how slow this hunt is. So I gotta trust my own number here, but so it's a minute. It's literally 60 seconds between Mewtwo's. Actually, it's a little more. It's a little worse than that. It's not quite 60 encounters per minute. It's more like 50. How many freaking hours have I put into this game? Normally, I'm not one to drop this line, but I won't get that time back. It's just gone forever. Alright, so Mewtwo, if you're at 30,000 resets over the last 3 years, that means we'll go with 50 seconds. Divide that by 60. No, oops, that's wrong. 30,000 resets. Every reset takes 50 seconds. Oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it. It's 400 hours. Have I really put 400 hours over the last 3 years into this hunt? Oh my God. I mean, I know that I remember sitting here many times. I was just watching TV or working out or something, you know, and whatever I'm doing, and I'm sitting here resetting. I got the mic on. Half the time I'm not even close to the mic, and nothing and nothing and nothing. It just kept going and going and going. But 400 hours? Oh my God. I did not think it was that bad. What do I think of Legends Arceus so far compared to other games? I think it's hard to compare it to the other games because Legends Arceus is extremely unique. It is a game that we absolutely needed as a Pokemon fan. We deserved that game. It's beautiful. I love that game. What do I think compared to others? It's hard to say because it's like a hybrid between a spin-off and a main series game. Obviously, it tells a lot of story, but at the same time, it's not anything like a traditional Pokemon game. I love it. Compared to others, I'd say that its originality drew me in more than, let's say, seeing Diamond again or playing Sword again. Certainly, Legends Arceus draws me in a lot more than those games do, just for the unique aspect of it. A lot of the other games, I'm probably only going back to Shiny Hunt at this point. I probably am never going to do competitive again. It's just, look at the time I get to stream. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get back into competitive ever again. So, basically, I play the story, and then I Shiny Hunt. That's a game. In Legends Arceus, there's a ton of content. Absolute ton. And then when I'm done with it, I'm going to Shiny Hunt a ton. And then I'm going to catch a boatload of Shinies because there's so many Shinies spawning left and right like crazy in Legends Arceus. And then I'll probably start the game over again and try again. And start from scratch. I think that is a great way to play that game. Its replay value in my mind is absolutely infinite. Aesthetically, it is absolutely beautiful. But I will say, I'm actually going to give the true beauty of the graphics. The win goes to Pokemon Snap, then Arceus. Glitchy Mario Bros. Says, I got to say one of the hardest shiny Pokemon to get in Let's Go is Mewtwo, Meltan, and Melmetal. I think Meltan, because I never got one. You have to use Pokemon Go to get that, and I guess I just never got that was about the time that I probably slowed down my playing on Go. Now I rarely log into Go, but I know Meltan was a quest in Go. I never did that quest. So you got to get the shiny, I believe, in Go before you can get it in Let's Go. Like, you're transferring a shiny Meltan over, if I'm not mistaken, which I probably am. It's certainly more interesting to watch than the others I've seen. Yeah, absolutely. Legends Arceus it's a lot faster paced than any Pokemon game prior to it. Or I shouldn't say I can't say any Pokemon game, but I can say the pace is a lot faster than a traditional Pokemon game. Man, look at this. I'm cursed to hunt Mewtwo forever, just as bad as Cresselia. That boy? Ah, my poor little Eevee gets pet like once a year. Actually, that's not true. I have picked up this game pretty frequently and tried to hunt and hunt and hunt and hunt. I pull it up every now and then. Oh man, dude, this is a nasty hunt. But here we are, back at it again. Thank you guys for leaving a like on the stream. I appreciate that. Hopefully you guys truly do like this, and I hope my audio sounds well. I mean, I'm probably going to go for maybe 2 hours at the most, and then I'm going to start cooking dinner and I don't know, get on with the night. But for now, I was just like, you know what? I can't just let February 6th go by. Dry mouth. It really did make me feel like I was giving up. I was failing if I don't go back and finish this hunt and make sure that I'm streaming this hunt on February 6th. Ah, Mewtwo. I swear my game is the only one that's shiny locked Mewtwo. It was an accident at the factory. They were making the games. They programmed my software to shiny lock Mewtwo, sorry. And then everybody else's game is completely okay but mine. Mine's messed up. It's scuffed. They botched it, and they should be ashamed of themselves because I'm going to reset this thing forever. In my current position, there is a small amount of doubt in my mind, a small percent, very, very small percent, that says there's probably a chance I'm going to die before I finish this hunt. So, Mewtwo, we're going to make today be the day. Today is the day. I kind of wonder what your random number generator is programmed on, because that's the same thing I did with others, is I like to give it some time, let the clock run a little bit before I just click the encounter right away. But then again, look how far that's gotten me. So maybe I should just move right into resetting as fast as I can. Mewtwo. So here's a question for you guys. Did you see Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution? I believe that was 2021? I'm trying to think. I don't know if that was a 2020 release or 2021. I'm thinking actually, yeah, no, it had to be. It was definitely, and I just said, yeah, no, that was weird. I try not to say that. I'm positive now because it was for the Pokemon 25. And it was, I'm not sure when it came out. No. Whatever. Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. To me, it was not as powerful as the original for sure. The voice of Mewtwo, I cannot remember. Mewtwo's had 3 voice actors over the years, and now I guess it's had 4 because Evolution didn't reuse a voice actor. So in the English, Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, Mewtwo had the original voice actor nail it. Absolutely perfect voice. It is impossible to look forward without looking back at that voice. So that said, Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing the animation, and I certainly enjoyed that they showed characters we haven't seen in a long time in a movie like that. Misty and Brock, we haven't seen in a Pokemon movie in a very long time. And I think they even showed Gary at one point. I was like, whoa, Gary hasn't been in a Mewtwo movie, I mean in a movie rather, Pokemon movie, freaking probably ever. It's been a very long time if it's ever been. I don't know if Gary's ever been in a Pokemon movie. Possibly back in the Diamond and Pearl era. So that was pretty cool. I think they only showed him for a sec, but obviously they didn't reuse Gary's voice actor or anybody for the characters, so all the characters felt off. But the animation was all right. I actually felt like it tried too hard. It almost took it from epic to cartoony. I've seen the movie. It was not bad, but the original was better. I can't agree more with that. I agree 100%. Is the original, for me, was better. Is it a little nostalgia going on? Well, yeah, I was a child. Like, that was the first Pokemon movie. I got a card. I still have the card. It was a promo card at the theater. I went with my parents to see the movie. And, yeah, there's no way that that's going to get beaten for nostalgia. So, am I going to side with the original just because of the nostalgia? It's going to play a part. It's going to have a lot of impact and memories, but I can relive those memories in a remake. That's not a problem. So I don't think I'm speaking from nostalgia when I say that Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution really wasn't much of an evolution. But it was cool. His armor, that was what I had a problem with. Mewtwo's armor was way overdone. Part of the I don't know how badass Mewtwo was. Part of that came from Mewtwo's armor was believable. It was subtle. It was awesome. It was sleek. I think they tried too hard with the redo on the armor. You cannot beat Arceus for the life of you. The game that tough? You all right, Archo? I actually, obviously, I haven't beaten Arceus either. I'm at 4 stars still, so the game is still very new to me, which is awesome. However, I don't know if there are any bosses in the game. Like, I don't know if, like, for instance, Arceus. No spoilers, I guess, for everybody, but I was hoping for basically a super boss. I wanted to end the game with a pissed-off deity super boss. I don't know if I'm going to get that or not, but what I can tell you is, so far, I'm having fun with the boss battles, and I'm definitely having fun with the game overall, which is why I'm playing it right now. So Legends Arceus is up on the screen right now, right? But for now, anyways, I can say that it's delivered. Pokemon Legends Arceus delivered almost everything I wanted. I did want to see a little lore. I was really hoping to see Kurt's ancestor create the Pokeball. And if maybe you don't see the creation of it, but at least you meet the ancestor. But either way, I didn't get that. Am I going to get an optional super boss or a mandatory super boss? Now that one, let's pull a Necrozma on this. If I don't know if you get to fight Arceus or not. I feel like Arceus hasn't shown any aggression towards us yet. But I kind of feel like Arceus is going to step in. This is my prediction of the story. This is not fact. I don't know the ending yet, and no spoilers if you do. But I feel like with the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan both worshipping their own gods and then calling each other the false deities, i.e. Palkia and Dialga, I feel like Arceus is going to have to step in at some point, Like, certainly you are a prophet sent by the one true god of Pokemon, Arceus. That's a very awkward position to be in, and if history has taught me anything, the last thing you want to do is hold up your Arc phone and say, I speak to God. That's going to get you killed in Hisui. But I think that that's what it's going to come to, is these two clans, things are going to boil over. I'm expecting a double cross by Galaxy Team. I think they are going to be the bad guys, and I'm going to betray them. It doesn't really work that well in my mind. Like, if you get to the end and then the post game, if they double cross you, like all these characters are gone. I feel like maybe I'm wrong on that, because the characters should still be in their office, and even though I've beat the game, I can still go talk to them. That'd be what I would think is actually going to happen. What I want to happen is a double cross by the Galaxy Team. So, nonetheless, back to the chat. Sea Salt says, Nito! And Nito says, Sea Salt, how you doing? Don't ignore me. My apologies. I'm here. I am hunting Mewtwo. I am at 400 hours at this thing. 400 hours. I'm just glad that I didn't spend that time focusing solely on the hunt, because I did not know it was that bad. I get about 1 encounter every minute. This game is far worse than Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl, or I should say Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, it's close to like the starters. This is about equivalent to a starter hunt. A starter takes about 60 seconds to reset in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Mewtwo takes about 60 seconds. Actually, any soft reset in this game takes about 60 seconds. So this sucks. Archer says, the final boss, I'm gonna just stop you there. Don't tell me who it is. Of course, I hope it's Arceus itself, but I am glad to hear it's hard. Even the Giratina boss. See, I didn't know there was a Giratina boss. No spoilers, although I guess I could guess there was a Giratina boss. But that's the other thing that they haven't delivered on, and do not tell me, please don't tell me, but what I hope to see, why did Arceus banish Giratina? Where did their beef start? I would love to see that story acted out in front of us. I hope that's part of the game. Thankfully, I have avoided spoilers like crazy, so I don't think that's part of the game, but I don't know. I'm still hoping for it. I feel like if that was a thing, if there was a huge showdown between Arceus and Giratina, I feel like that's something that would have been on my Twitter feed at some point. But if you will, I've been keeping very, very careful not to spoil the game for myself. Otherwise, I would say Legends Arceus, I might even play a little bit tonight. I'm not sure. Like I say, I want to cook dinner. I got a couple things I need to do. Probably jump on the bike trainer for a little while. And then Sea Salt, I live vicariously through your fantastic luck. For I must perform some kind of crazy ritual. Maybe I'll run around in a circle like I do for Giratina, because this thing obviously is not going to shine for me. Hunting this thing for 3 years has yielded no success. So there's a good chance that right now I'm resetting, and there's no reason to reset because Mewtwo's never going to shine for me. So I'm just celebrating Mewtwo's birthday. So Mewtwo, happy birthday. You came out of a cloning chamber, and you're getting kind of old, but that's all right. You're still extremely powerful. You can Mega Evolve without a stone. Makes no sense considering that you're, 40 years old, and you have ancient Pokemon that... wait, no, I'm sorry. You do have a Mega... No, wait. Yeah, you do have a Mega Stone. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Rayquaza and Mewtwo here. I need to make this comparison, and I'm jumping ahead of myself. Start over. Mewtwo has a Mega Stone, even though it's only 50 years old or 40 years old. This Pokemon is not that old in the story. So why on earth can it Mega Evolve with a stone that shouldn't even exist for this Pokemon? It certainly doesn't exist for Mew, and that would be the only argument you can make. So it has 2 forms. Makes no sense how you can freaking Mega Evolve Mewtwo. You shouldn't have a stone. Those were made way before you were made. Meanwhile, for some reason, Rayquaza doesn't need a stone to Mega Evolve. Makes no sense. Mewtwo should be the one that doesn't need a stone. That would have been freaking amazing, and Mewtwo would have definitely been OP as hell. Instead, Rayquaza is OP as hell because Mewtwo got 2 forms. Neither one is appealing to me necessarily. But, yeah, that makes no sense. One day. I know this is my 2nd longest hunt ever. If I complete it, it will instantly be the longest completed hunt I've ever had. It is kind of cool. I mean, I'm using a Joy-Con instead of a full-blown controller here, and, you know, the mechanics of this game, I enjoy coming back to it all the time. Every now and then. Was anybody there for the Ditto hunt? That was one of my funnest shiny hunts on stream, was Ditto. 3 in the one stream, and I wasn't even hunting shiny Ditto. I was hunting a 6 IV Ditto, which I ended up catching that night. Only about 2 hours after the stream, I finished the stream, I walked down the street, I got some dinner, came back, and then I found the 6 IV Ditto. That was such a cool hunt, and it was amidst Pokemon Sword and Shield being at a height. So with Sword and Shield being the relevant game at the time, I went back to Let's Go, and it always feels refreshing. Okay, says Nito, catch him for me. I am back with my ritual of soft resetting over 100 times for a Pokemon that will never shine for me on February 6th, except now it's February 8th. How are you doing? I'm pretty certain this Pokemon will never shine for me, but what I meant to say is this Pokemon is going to shine right now. We're going to get a green Mewtwo, and I'm going to call it a stream at like 1 hour tops, because that's going to happen. Seriously, I calculated it out. I've been, overall, over 3 years of hunting this thing, I have 400 hours into this hunt. I would say 50 of them are on stream. I don't even know if I have those streams listed anymore. There was a point where I was actually taking down some streams that didn't have good audio quality. And Mewtwo was a couple of them, if I recall. Way back in the day. Still remember the Pumpkaboo hunt. Heck yes, and I still use it on my team. I was gonna say, I thought I gave you the Pumpkaboo. Is that or Sea Salt? Were you the one I gave the Pumpkaboo, or was that? Actually, I thought. No, I don't know who. I was thinking Snowy might be the one that I gave Pumpkaboo to, which of course evolved into a shiny Gorgeist. But was it you, Sea Salt? Nonetheless, that was awesome too because that hunt actually worked. Yes, okay, you are here, and that means this thing is going to shine for you. I don't have any luck, so I need yours. For whatever reason, these later generation games, they're murdering me. They're absolutely destroying me. I'm also Snowy. I'm sorry, Sea Salt. I did not realize that. You're Snowy. See, I knew it was you all along. No, I'm just kidding. Snowy, I forgot that you were Sea Salt. I was thinking you were somebody else that was in the crew that we played a lot of Splatoon with. I just can't think of who I was thinking you were. Maybe Orange? But I didn't think you were Snowy. I knew you weren't Apples, but you're definitely Snowy. So now I will commit that to memory. Sea Salt is Snowy. I broke that in my mind into two separate people, but it turns out you're the same. It was the biggest twist of 2022, and it will never be surpassed again. The Sixth Sense was the last time we had a plot twist this heavy. Nonetheless, that Gorgeist was absolutely gorgeous Pokemon. I may even go back and get another one on Halloween. But you were definitely there for the original Mewtwo hunts. I definitely know that. In fact, I want to say you're one of my earliest subscribers. So for sure you remember the Mewtwo hunts. And if you go way back, and I don't know how far back this goes, but if you go back far enough, you may remember my Articuno hunt. So Articuno was the hunt I started before Mewtwo. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go get Mewtwo first since Mewtwo's birthday was coming up. I said, I'm going to bail on Articuno, and I'm going to go after Mewtwo. And then I famously said, sigh, I'll go back for Articuno after I find my shiny Mewtwo. Yup. That's where that is. That's where I left that was. It sucks. I couldn't believe that when I look back at this, how many times I've streamed this and how many times I have done this on my off time. Like, there was a Saturday that I was binge watching something, and I remember sitting here and I had my computer screen out my left eye, and I was just sitting there resetting and resetting and resetting, and I watched, like, I don't know, a whole season of something and never found it. Obviously, if I had found it, we wouldn't be here right now, but you get my point. It was like 10 hours of hunting in one day. Never found it. 400 total. Never found it. Oh, the final Splatfest. Okay, so yeah, this hunt predates that. And Articuno was way back in like 2018. No, I take it back. Was Articuno 2018? It couldn't have been because Naya and I didn't finish this game until 2019. The game came out in November 2018, so yeah, we finished it right before Mewtwo is when that hunt was. So that would have been 2018, February. Before February. Speaking of which, the Direct is tomorrow. Guys, I may finally get an answer to when can I go back to Splatfest. Oh my god. We are totally getting a release date. I am going to mark my words right now. We are getting a release date for Splatoon 3 tomorrow. Has to happen. And we will know when I can go back to the game anyways, but when Splatfests will be a thing again. Maybe I will finally get up and play the Octo expansion. I promise. I really do. It was going to be my winter play, and then I went to Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm going to play that Octo expansion at some point, and I'll get back to you all when I do. But I definitely need to do that way in advance of Splatoon 3 coming out. Or AKA Splatoon Borderlands. Oh, man. Splatfests. Those were some of my absolutely favorite streams. And by the way, I'm gonna run and get some water really quickly. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 3 seconds. I have never heard anything bad about the Octo expansion, for sure. I hold nothing but sadness for my failure to play it. All right, give me 1 sec. Grabbed a piece of licorice. Did not want to chew this on the mic. I did not expect that this piece of licorice would be so hard to chew. Holy crap. Hey, Raven, how are you doing? Lurking and saying a quick hi. Raven, this one is for you. Mewtwo, you gotta shine now. Go. Mewtwo, you are not working with me. You're never gonna work with me. You know your odds are better than anything I've hunted in earlier generations, and yet you, outside of Cresselia, have gone longer than anybody. Sorry, Raven. You are my good luck charm, but nothing can overcome the horrible luck Mewtwo has brought me. H-Nation, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. As I continue for the 3rd year in a row, failing to find a shiny Mewtwo. Would you believe that I have 400 hours into this hunt? I don't even want to think about it. Like 400 hours. This is pain. But the Octo expansion, going back to that, it's on my backlog, and I feel horrible that it is on my backlog. It is sitting on the backlog along with Final Fantasy 15. In fact, I should just take the mic over and look at everything that's on my backlog. Archo beat him. Whatever him is. Actually, don't tell me what him is, just in case you're playing Legends Arceus, which I think you are. Don't tell me. I'm not bad with the whole Giratina thing, but technically I never knew Giratina was in the game. Or was a battle in the game. That said, I will welcome. There's a bunch of lurkers. Lurkers, I hope I give you a moment to worth watching. Something to remember. Thank you guys for liking on the stream, too. I hope you enjoy it because I am shiny hunting something that I guarantee I'm the only person that's hunting right now, and on YouTube. Everybody's on Arceus. Nito is going back. Technically, this would have been more of an impact if it was on the actual day, the 6th of February, but I got back late that day, so we're doing it on the 8th. We shiny hunt together, man. Hello, Typical. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome to a continuation of a hunt that will never end, ever. I will never be free of this hunt. These late generation games are killing me. I know Cresselia is like over 100K at this point. I get it. Cresselia's 15-year... Well, actually, it's more like a 14-year hunt. We'll put that on the shelf. I've been talking about that since I started the channel. And no, when I started my channel and I said, oh, yeah, someday maybe I'll even catch it. Yeah, that's never going to happen. Well, I did not expect Mewtwo to jump in that same boat and be like, yeah, you're never going to catch me either. Like, everybody was catching Shiny Mewtwo. I remember Shiny Mewtwo videos were going up like crazy when this game came out. And I'm stuck. I'm shiny hunting Mewtwo too. Hey, all right, look at this. Nice. We are shiny hunting Mewtwo together, and you and I may be the only ones. So there was somebody else out there after all. Small world. Actually, big world. Yeah, it's big world. Because I didn't expect anybody else to even be thinking about this game right now. Watching this scares me. I started shiny hunting. Ooh. I don't mean to scare you, but the first time I streamed this was February 6th, 2019. And 30,000 encounters later, or 400 hours later, here we are. I've done about 50 hours on stream-ish. And I've done way too many hours over the last 3 years. Off stream, nothing, and nothing. I actually remember I think my first shiny hunt stream ever was Articuno. Yeah, it was. I know it was. It was Articuno. I was testing my equipment. So it was shiny Articuno. And I dropped that and I said, I'll be back. I'll come back for Articuno after I find Mewtwo. Yup. 3 years. Regigigas was shined for me. Dialga shined twice. I've caught just a boatload of shinies afterwards. Snowy, to your point, the Pumpkaboo. I remember everything. Literally everything. I've caught everything after this thing. This thing is just terrible, Mewtwo. Terrible. You're killing me. You're supposed to be at 1 in 4,096 odds. You feel like you're in 1 in 100,000. It's almost like I'm catching you with Pokerus and Shiny at the same time. That's how your odds are. And I'm trying to play the random number generator just in case. It's if it's dependent on time of boot up. I mean, I'm just kind of trying not to hit the same frames over and over and over. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. I'm shiny hunting Litten for somebody right now. Litten? What game are you shiny hunting Litten for? You found something out about Giratina in Legends. I found out that Giratina is in Legends. Possibly a battle. Somebody mentioned it just a little bit earlier. I just hope that that battle is not with the trainer. I hope it's against Arceus, because I want to know why Arceus banished that thing. 2 days ago, I got a fortune cookie that says, you will have unexpected luck soon, so let's hope for this. I put that quote in my own words a bit. I hope you have unexpected luck. The problem is with the shiny hunt, sometimes I'm expecting luck, and that's the first mistake, is expecting to find a shiny. I've said this all the time. I say, the moment I decide I'm going to hunt it, it's no longer random. Just a matter of time. Unfortunately, like I say, if this hunt keeps going like this, and I stream it every single February 6th, I used to stream it more often than that, but I think in the last year I've only streamed this one time, and that was February 6th. If this luck continues like this, I will definitely be dead before I find it. So, I don't want that to happen. Eevee, do something. How many more of these things do we have to look through? This poor Eevee. It's freaking neglected at this point. Look when I started this game. Look at that. November 16th, 2018. And we've been stuck here ever since. Naya's still with me at heart. Maybe Naya's the one that brought the bad luck, actually, because this is technically her profile. We did the Nuzlocke on her file, not mine. Sword and Shield, because unfortunately it's the only Pokemon game I have. I really want to play Sun and Moon or Arceus, though. Both I recommend highly. Regular Sun and regular Moon have a very good storyline. Unexpectedly mature for a Pokemon game. Equal and double that. Or no, equal and echo that is what I meant to say. Equal and echo that for Arceus. Surprisingly mature, very well written, really, really cool game. Especially with the mechanics. Both Sun and Moon, as well as Legends Arceus, break the normal. However, Legends Arceus literally goes off the map completely and becomes a totally different style of game. It is not a traditional Pokemon game at all. My biggest fear is seeing the shiny, accidentally closing the game. I will refer you to my shiny Regigigas catch, because Regigigas actually spawned shiny, and I went to close the game. I was like, whoa, 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 stop! And your muscle memory is very powerful, as it turns out. I did not close the game, but I actually had to, like, pretty much take my hands off the controller and go, whoa, wait a minute, we got to reassess this situation. That was a shiny. Stop, brain, bad. So I would say that is a rational fear. Even if you see that it's shiny, your muscle memory may still just keep going through the motions. Anti-aging tech is on the rise. You may be hunting this thing for 200 years. Dude, I don't know about that, Biozine, but I promise you guys I'm going to be an old man. And I'm going to be like in a retirement home, and I'm still going to be streaming. Hopefully streaming is still a thing. I'm not sure. I feel like sometimes the YouTube ship is sinking. And sinking as in, like, I just hate the companies. They seem to do sketchy moral things, and I'm like, well, it's not really my big concern, but I mean, I am streaming on that service. Came in the snom. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Mewtwo will not shine for me, but with all you guys here, I need a little luck from each one of you, and like a spirit bomb from Goku, I will make this thing shine, with absolutely no luck coming from myself. Gotta say, Sun and Moon is great when it comes to the story. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon is great for its bosses. I agree. I feel like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I agree with everything you said, Glitchy. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon had cool designs with the Ultra Beasts, but at the end of the day, it was almost like it felt like they said, hey, I had some ideas. We already released the game, though. It would be cool if I could just put these ideas in. Let's just re-release it. Like, I feel like it would have been a DLC if it were nowadays. 2016. Oh, yeah, this is full odds. Absolutely. Actually, I've got the no shiny charm on the overlay. Actually, yeah, on the thumbnail. I probably should put that in the description. But with Sun and Moon, if the Ultra Beasts had been a thing back, or now I should say, where that situation was, hey, let's put these Ultra Beasts in there, I swear they would have just patched that in, or it would have been a DLC. Back then, back then isn't that long ago, it was 2017, I think, they just released a whole new game. But it wasn't new at all. It was the same thing for 85% of the game. Post-game. I'll give the post-game. That was incredible, but yeah, the Sun and Moon were voice crack. Sorry, I need some more water. Sun and Moon was definitely unexpectedly mature and an excellent story. 100%. So Sun and Moon easily up there at like one of my favorite Pokemon games, probably my favorite. I'm more invested in the story. I know in Diamond I was shiny hunting like crazy, and I was competing in VGC tournaments, and I was testing out teams, and I played thousands of hours. I played Diamond more than any game I've ever played. But truthfully, the game that sits in my mind as the best is probably Moon for that story. Contrary to the rumors, it is not because of Lucina. It is because of the story. But you said, Sea Salt says, Snowy is shiny hunting Sobble. Almost released it because I was using eggs and I panicked so much. Fortunately, still oh, yeah, I was going to say, I thought you had, that was like one of your first shinies was Sobble. Almost released it. Not good. That's never a good feeling. But thankfully, you know, it's, once you get to the point where you're like, wait a minute, I didn't release it, you're good again. At least I think you are. You're the one that has to sleep with that thought at night. All right, let me close Discord here. If anybody wants to join my Discord, I extend you the invite to the Neatostocracy. The link is pinned in the chat. Archo says, I personally prefer the story of the Ultra games. I don't know why, it just clicks with the new moments are awesome. To me, the new games are, or I should say the Ultra games, I don't know, they went very good guy versus bad guy and made that line clear cut. I enjoyed the Lucamine thing because Lucamine was, well, I mean, it was very mature. She was an abusive mother. Not only was she abusive, but at the end of the game, things really didn't conclude that well. Lily ended up taking care of her mother. She was an mentally abused child. And what that ended up leading to, outside of her turning into a criminal, if you will, even if it was in the name of doing something good, she still became a criminal. And then so did Gladion. But Lily ends up taking care of her mother. She is now so abused, if you will, that she feels her mother, her actions actually fall on Lily. Because she's like, I gotta take care of my mother after all of this. That's not your burden to bear. But she thinks it is. I'm like, that's some high-level stuff. You do not see that in a Pokemon game. That's about like listening to Silene constantly telling me I'm gonna die in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Very comforting thoughts, by the way. Good old Silene saying, don't get yourself killed. You're probably going to die. Yep. Appreciate that. Jason Potatoes, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Every year for 3 years, I have streamed for Mewtwo's birthday, and I was not about to skip this year, even if it is not February 6th. Godlike Taters, how you doing? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you telling me we got Jason Potatoes and Godlike Taters not only next to each other in the chat, but in the same stream? We got two potatoes going on here, guys. Hey, what's going on, Abby? It is not my birthday. You know what? I shouldn't have gone with that title. I really shouldn't have. The first line of the description I was hoping would be enough. It is not my birthday, but that comes in a month. This is Mewtwo's birthday. Mewtwo was born, according to the lore, on February 6th. So I've been shiny hunting Mewtwo every year on February 6th. The problem with that is that I didn't want to shiny hunt Mewtwo every year on the 6th. I wanted to have it already. But nope. Still. I want to get Arceus. I hear it's good. My experience so far is that Legends Arceus is phenomenal. It is infinite replay value. I love it. It's hard to say this. It's a really weird comparison, but it's like the aggressive version of Pokemon Snap. Pokemon Snap is a very unique, well-done game with a calm mechanic and tons of tasks. Arceus is like the flip side of that same coin. It is a very well-done game. I'm sorry, I can talk. It is a non-conventional Pokemon game that is extremely well done, but it's extremely aggressive. So it's literally the flip side of that coin. In fact, Pokemon Snap didn't put shinies in the game, and I was kind of happy for that. They did for Arceus, so that gives you even more things to do. Mewtwo's birthday is one day before Aerith's. Actually, I believe you are correct. February 7th, you are right. I believe they mentioned that in Crisis Core at some point. My birthday, which actually, you know what, Snowy, yours is like January 15th, I think. I don't know. I believe I always used to give you birthday pings. I don't know if I did that this time. I might have screwed up. Mine is the 15th of March. Also, my fingers are really, really dry, and I feel like they're going to split, which sucks. That is very unfortunate. Potato? Meat potato. I did not this year. I apologize. I was afraid that after a long break going into the new year, it's going to be the same thing at work that it always is, which is a hit the ground running scenario. And man, is it ever. It was like it lagged for 2 weeks. But yeah, obviously I got distracted, and I apologize. That's so unfortunate. Your birthday, Snowy, I want to say your birthday is the same day as Croesus, or you are 1 day apart, so I always remember the two of you. Mewtwo, I do not plan on streaming all night. I'm just throwing this out there. We have like 50 more encounters for you. You're really, really, really slow to pop up on the screen, so would you do me a solid? Look, I'm pleading to you now, Mewtwo. I'm pleading. It has been 3 years. I really just want to catch you. Would you mind doing that? Would you mind shining for me? Lath, my friend, welcome to the stream. I apologize. I am the one that botched the title. I said late birthday. I should have specified not my birthday. But I'll take it because it's actually a month away, so we're close. But no, it's not my birthday. Mewtwo was born per the lore on February 6th. I always stream on February 6th. This year I did not. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it on February 8th when I have time. So that's it. Mewtwo, 30,000 resets, 400 hours of my life out the window. Thankfully, I was multitasking. I do not have the shiny charm. We are at full odds, which is stupid because apparently my full odds also means like the same odds as shiny plus Pokerus at the same time, because this Mewtwo, man, this Mewtwo. I can't wait for the entire chat to go. I was here. I would say the chat erupted. I've only had the chat erupt a few times because I rarely find shinies on stream. So thanks for that, game. The chat erupted. I've seen the chat erupt. For Ditto was a good one. That was a really good one where everyone was like, oh my god, I'm here. I remember Crow. Crow was here, and he literally walked into the chat metaphorically, and he says, hey, bam, shiny Ditto. And I remember him going, Mom, I was here for it. That was great. It erupted for that. Dialga, the chat exploded. That was pretty fun. It was like the last encounter I was doing for the stream too. I was literally like, here, I'll do one more encounter. Bam, shiny, exploded chat. So that is a pretty fun feeling, I will admit. And I hope I can give you guys that show. I hope I can show you green Mewtwo. Because Mewtwo, you're killing me. You're killing me here. Now, here's the real question. Have I showed you what I'm going to use to beat up this Mewtwo? Because I have to defeat him in battle. In battle, I should say, before I can catch him. So what is my Pokemon? Presenting Baron Von C. That's the pick. Unfortunately, we won't get to that battle because it never shines. Mewtwo. I'm probably going to remember your birthday now because of the 15th. I got to remember the month. 315. What did I miss? Raven, I'm going to say this like completely from the heart. You literally missed nothing. I'm sorry. It's not that bad. It's a long hunt. I didn't mean for this to happen, to have a 3-year-long hunt. And you know what? I'll make you guys a promise right now. If we're in February 2023, and I'm talking about Pokemon Day and probably a Nintendo Direct in 2023, and I'm still doing this hunt, I'm going to go all night. I'm going to go all night until we find this thing. And in 2023, I'm going to be like, so we're getting Gen 9, and we're going to hit 1,000 Pokemon. And it's going to be awesome. The full odds are not even that bad. Yeah, so you are correct. I'm playing as Naya because this was the Nuzlocke file we did back in 2018, and that was on Naya's profile. That's how far back this goes. Is it a challenge? It's basically I've never used the shiny charm because when I started shiny hunting, it was crystal version. There was no shiny charm. What I didn't know is that when I bred shinies in crystal as a child, those were like 1 in 36 odds. So, of course, shinies were popping off left and right. But my first ever soft reset was, as a kid, Lugia in silver version. I really wish that my battery hadn't died. I really wanted to keep that one. Lugia didn't have a shiny charm, and I had half the odds that I have now. Every single legendary I've ever hunted, or even soft resets in general, I have had half the odds and double the success. Or actually infinitely more success, because literally I'm at 0 right now. For Mewtwo anyways. Regigigas in Pokemon Sword. That was like a 300 reset hunt. It was like nothing. It was a few hours, and then suddenly, boom, it popped up. So that one offset Mewtwo instantly. And you know what? That was in Sword, where my odds were 1 in 4,000. 1 in 4,096 to be exact. So Mewtwo, I don't know what your problem is, but I feel like you're shiny locked on this cartridge and only this cartridge. Yeah, we got our little Eevee too. Raven, have I showed you our little Eevee? Because this thing is abandoned. He's not abandoned, or she's not abandoned. It's just doesn't get pet as much in the last 3 years since we played the game. But look at little Eevee here. Ready? Here's Eevee. I know that Mewtwo is massive, by the way. Look at that thing. Like, I'm holding my arm up, and Eevee is sitting on my arm. So you have to think Eevee is probably just below my head level, and I stand, even though it's floating off the ground, I know, that Mewtwo is probably like 6 or 7 foot tall. It's going to be a huge relief once I get it, if I get it. 30,000 resets. I should do the math here. Well, here, you know what? Let me do the math really quickly. I can find how long I've been... I record the times, but it's not on this save file. I can find it. It's on my phone. No, you know what? It's going to be too buried. You know what? I say 30K because I have a running spreadsheet here where I'm like, yeah, I just add the numbers, and I'm like, yeah, so I'm about 30K. Even I'm having a hard time believing 400 hours, so I'm going to go with 30K, but I feel like there's a good chance I've probably lost track of this freaking hunt years ago. Marquis, please help. I've gotten 2 shiny Vulpixes, but half my storage is just Vulpix. Oh, that's a simple one. Are any of them 6 IV? Well, okay, it's Arceus. That's not a thing. Are any of them high IV, or rather EV, or high EV? Keep those. And then keep the shinies, and then throw everything else in the garbage. I mean, I'm sorry, release them to green pastures. H-Nation says, green tail time. Nito says, green tail, right now, let's go. Mewtwo, you're killing me. Oh, Mewtwo. Mewtwo, Mewtwo, Mewtwo. This Mewtwo hunt, it's been a lot of good memories with it, but oh man, has it been a long hunt. I agree with you guys. Even I feel like I deserve it at this point. I would chuck everything except shinies. Yep, that's pretty much it. Back in the day, 6 IV meant a lot. Even though, honestly, I mean, long story short is I'm literally a VGC champion, and I say the IVs don't need to be perfect. If the strategy is solid, the IVs are barely going to make the difference. The EVs are the most important thing, as long as you're not a 0 IV attacker. But that said, just keep something that's high EV for gameplay if you're going to use Ninetales, that is. And then keep all the shinies. That's how I always do it. My boxes in Diamond were always full. I was trying out so many teams. Freaking boxes were always full. I hated it. I literally, you know what? I changed my mind. I say that I gave away all my shinies back in Gen 4 and Gen 3. I ported them all over to Gen 4. I used to give them to my friends and onlookers of people that I met. And I'm like, you know what? I used to always give those shinies away because of the feeling I got when I was like, oh my God, somebody appreciates this thing. I don't always appreciate the shinies. I'm like, oh yeah, you got a collection going. Eventually you got so many. It's like, what am I going to do with them? So I used to give them away. Now I'm thinking the reason I had to give those shinies away was because if I didn't have any box room left. I would have had to pick up a second cartridge, which I ended up acquiring anyways. Grog Games, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. It's Mewtwo's birthday. Well, it was Mewtwo's birthday, February 6th. I'm streaming it on February 8th, but that keeps a 3-year running record intact. This is the 4th year, but February 2019, I streamed Mewtwo Hunt. 30,000 resets later and 400 hours, here we are. Still going. It sucks. How you doing, man? I'm going to be in a nursing home. You are right. I'm going to be like, after finally 30 years, I finally caught the shiny. Damn thing would never shine for me, but I'm telling you, it could be green. And then when it spawns, I'm going to be like, I can't see color anymore. I hope that thing is shiny. But I will say, this is not the worst hunt I have. I don't know if I really do wonder. I need to go back and finish that. The Cresselia hunt is absolutely a nightmare. It's a nightmare. No, those people, I have sacrificed for those people that got Mewtwo in under 100 resets. I have sacrificed for them, and they don't even know it, because I ate thousands of resets that they should have had, and they've all been piling on top of me. All right, Mewtwo, let's do this. Yeah, what hurts most is it's like, it doesn't matter. At 500 shinies in my shiny hunting life doesn't matter. That matters very little. What matters is this thing won't shine for me. It deflates everything for me. I'm actually not mad at it because I've had a good time hunting it with you guys year after year after year and after this year. So, but unfortunately, I really wanted that moment. I really wanted to catch this thing. It's a really cool battle. It really is. It's a cool battle. You beat Mewtwo, you fight him, you beat him, and then you catch him. It's really cool, actually. Somebody got a shiny Mewtwo in 10 resets. Well, I can tell you, if the odds of this Mewtwo being shiny are 1 in 4,000, and this game sold 18 million copies, and of those 18 million, let's say 9 million of them got to Mewtwo, yeah, there's a lot of people that ran into Mewtwo shiny on the first shot, and you never hear about them. They're just whoosh, wisps in the wind. Never hear about them. And then you got to imagine how many people, they were children and probably thought the game broke. Why is it green? It must be a graphical glitch. I'll just fix that by resetting the game. So, you know, RIP. Alex, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome, Alex. It has been a while indeed. How are you doing? Chances are you remember this hunt. My legacy is, unfortunately, fluid in concrete because Mewtwo has not shined in all these years. I wonder how many people remember the first stream or the second stream or even any of the Mewtwo streams. Any of them. Because I have streamed this outside of Mewtwo's birthday, and then eventually it became a birthday-only stream, and now it's at, I don't know, I just kind of cry in the bathroom a little bit. Then I go live, and then I go back to crying. I say at the very top level, IVs matter. The most is in speed. So that's exactly it, and I hate that people caught on to my strategy, because years ago, only the best players really knew the truth. Speed controls the game. I think competitive, I don't even know if I could keep up nowadays. There's so much going on. But back when I won, and I was a regional person, and having my dad drive me to regionals, which it was fun when I won, because my dad was like, he was bragging about me to people. He'd be like, yeah, that kid, my kid he's real good at Pokemon. I'm surprised. He's real good at it. I'm like, that's how he used to brag about me. My kid's real good at Pokemon. But either way, back then it was totally different than it is now. Sent Mewtwo shiny to the professor. I could just see Professor Oak sitting there eating like ramen noodles or something with his legs kicked up, and then suddenly he has one of those, like, you know, when you halfway choke and you're just like, this dude just sent me a shiny. What the hell? That's pretty much how Professor Oak was. Not bad. I hope you get this thing soon. It's been way too long. Alex, I think it's time. I think it's time. H Nation, I think it's time. Snowy says it's time. Grog probably thinks it's time, I would assume. Those poor shiny noob children. God, the number of people. I have asked, because I've been looking for the crowd that I learned to shiny hunt from 20 years ago. I don't know if any of them play Pokemon anymore. I don't know if I'll ever find somebody that shiny hunted 20 years ago with me. Those Envision free websites and the old GameFAQ archives, they're all gone. But there are so many people that have that story that I have found in searching for some of the older hunters that ran over shinies because they were kids. They didn't know any better. They're just like, whatever. So it happens every year. It hurts. They should do a public thing. They should be like actively campaigning to everybody to make sure that you don't reset over your shinies. Don't freaking reset over your shinies. Make a song out of it. Don't reset over the shiny. Those poor shiny noob children. Yeah, that's... Especially if your starter is shiny and they're just like, oh, well, that's cool. He looks kind of cool. That Chikorita looks kind of lame. I'm going to pass on it. God, that probably sucks, man. I can imagine how many people have done that. Battling in Sword and Shield is wild. I never do it unless I'm doing a joke team. That is why I got that stupid freaking Ditto, the 6IV Ditto. I mean, I will never get to try out, or by never, I mean, the time walked away from me. That Inteleon, oh God, what am I trying to think here? Was it Inteleon even? Reset. Yeah, it was. It was Metronome Inteleon. I was going to do a Metronome Inteleon build, and the whole team was going to be revolving around clutching something stupid as if using Game & Watch with judgment. Clutching something stupid on Inteleon's random move pool and pulling out something crazy. But unfortunately, it never happened. My Metronome build never existed. I got the Ditto. I got that far. I at least hunted the Ditto, got the 6IV Ditto, and then I never went further than that. So... imagine you and your opponent both have a Jolly Landorus T, which I don't know much about because anything after Gen 4, I bailed. You have 31 IVs in speed. His has 29. That is very unlikely of happening. I preached it then. I'll preach it now. Is the chances that your IVs being perfect are going to make the battle are super, super, super crazy low. And even if... And I get it. I was that person, by the way. I also said, I'm not taking that risk. I'm going to have 6 IV Pokemon. I did that. I did the same thing. Nowadays, I would have saved so much time because when I won tournaments, I never cut the wire close. I either had it or I knew I'd been outplayed. And when I knew I was outplayed, there was no way a 6 IV Pokemon was going to make the difference. So I would have saved so much time. Now it's different. Between candies and accelerated training methods and bottle caps for the natures, like, you don't need to grab the perfect Pokemon. You can shape and mold that Pokemon. But way back when, you couldn't even tell the IVs in-game. You actually had to go to a calculator online. Nito sing more. The Don't Reset Over Your Shiny song. Maybe that's the point where my channel is going to break out, is because I'm going to post a kid's song and probably like have the comments turned off, and it's going to say, this is for children. It's been flagged for kids. And it's going to be, don't reset over your shinies. That's going to be my song, and it's just going to be a little jig that I wrote. And you know what? I'll play various instruments in the back, you know, do a trombone solo or something, and then you don't reset over your shinies. It'll be a good public message. Mewtwo and paint the tail green. You know what? I've got spray paint, and I'm not afraid to use it. Eevee, use Paint-tastic. Just spray paint it in the booth, and you're done. Unfortunately, if in-game, if the Pokemon world were a mature world where there is realistically a black market, shinies would not only be extremely valuable. There would be shiny mills where people breed shinies and literally throw out the ones they don't want, and people would be faking their shinies by painting them with skin paint, with body paint. So that would be a real thing that would actually happen if Pokemon were real and mature. Kakashi, welcome to the never-ending hunt. Mewtwo's birthday was 2 days ago, but I'm celebrating it now. And this is the 4th year in a row that I have celebrated with this hunt because, God forbid, I actually ever catch, or at least find, the shiny Mewtwo. If I failed this Mewtwo, I would throw this game out. I remember somebody that didn't know anything about shiny hunting at all. I knew them on Twitter a little bit. They were kind of a poser. I really didn't like that. Like, they were shiny hunting streaming just because they found out that shiny streams were a thing, and they were trying to capitalize on it. The problem is he had no idea how to play Pokemon at all. And so he found Mewtwo shiny. I remember seeing it, and he was like 400 resets into it, of course. And what ended up happening was he got his butt whooped by Mewtwo. He literally got laid out because he had absolutely no idea. He just rushed to do it when he saw someone else do it. And he was not lying about it. He said it. I saw someone else do this. Let's do this. And he got laid out by Mewtwo. So it is a very real possibility to get wiped by this thing. Now, I have prepared very well, but I also haven't used this team in probably a while. But this Mewtwo, if I failed it, man, because you got 5 minutes to beat him, and he has Recover. So, and he has Amnesia. So Amnesia and Recover, that's you could end up not being able to keep up with his recovers if you don't have a built-up team. In which case, I would just quit. I would never pick this game up again. People would be breeding like you mine a Bitcoin. Oh my god. It's so true, it sucks. Nito has come up with good ideas after I suggest him something. Thank you, Raven. I will write the world's most beneficial song for Pokemon. Don't Reset Over Your Shinies by Nito Marquis 2022. Oh, ironically, I'd probably be talking about that and be dumb enough to reset over my shiny. Not even sure, like, this freaking Mewtwo, man. This is... In fact, you know what? I'm gonna remind myself. There's I gotta check my team. I should only need Blastoise. I've seen someone shiny hunting Mewtwo and they got a Pokken version Mewtwo. Are there shinies in Pokken? I've always meant to try Pokken. I really kind of wish I did. It feels, I mean, I shouldn't say it feels like. I know it is a huge game because at Worlds every year they have Pokken tournament. Pokemon box, because that's an item. So, in my last shiny hunt, was this really? Yeah, this was the last hunt. I have not streamed Let's Go. Mewtwo and Ditto were the last hunts, and this is why. As soon as I remember how to do this, Judge. That's why, because that's a perfect IV Ditto right there. Now we go back a little bit here to... No. Okay, I'm not scrolling through all of that. I think it's probably... No, it's probably you. This one right here. Yeah, no, that's not it. So it's this one. Nope. So it's this one. Final guess. Oh my god. So it's this one. Yeah, look how close to perfect that was. I almost had a perfect IV shiny Ditto, man. Your defense ruined everything for me. That was on the last hunt outside of Let's Go's Mewtwo hunt. That was like the hypest catch ever because we were all really, like, as soon as I caught it, we were all biting our tongues going, oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. And then when it popped up, we all had the same heartbeat skip because we thought maybe, because we saw all those bests, and then one stat was too low. It's like, ah, it's a 5 IV Ditto. Dang. That was insane. I thought I'd just show that just to remind myself of the good days. Kakashi says, it is a black and orange Mewtwo. Its tail is orange and its body is black. I gotta look this up. Give me 1 sec. You sure that's a... You were there! Snowy, you were there for it. Alright, let me see this. Pokken Mewtwo is not black, it's blue, not purple. Alright, let's see this thing. Pokken Mewtwo. Did you say it was a shiny? Because I forgot, I didn't even look. Jason said, the stream deserves more views. Jason, I'm honored that you think that, truly. And I'm glad that you guys left likes on it. Oh my god, dude! Shadow Mewtwo. That is from the Pokken fandom website. That is actually legit. So this is real. That's Mewtwo in Pokken? He's a god. He's a literal god. Dude. That Mewtwo is badass. I feel like I should show you on screen for anybody that doesn't know what I'm looking at. Holy crap, that is sick. Shadow Mewtwo. It's, you know what? I didn't even notice this. I know so little about Pokken. Shadow Pokemon literally made a return in Pokken. Okay, you know what? I can reset and I can look this up at the same time. Let me go grab this image and I'm going to add it to the overlay while I'm resetting. Because, you know, I've got freaking 60 seconds between resets. Oh, that is sick, dude. I wish I had more time on my hands. I would play Pokken. I would play the Octo expansion and catch up on my Splatoon. I may even practice and not be dog meat at Splatoon. Save image. Holy crap, dude. And he can Mega Evolve? Oh my god. This thing's a beast. I didn't know Shadow Pokemon were back. Pokken, dude. Alright, give me 1 sec. Here we go. Add image. Add image. New source. We'll call it Shadow. And add the source. Mewtwo. And no, I checked before I reset that. Shadow Mewtwo. Open. And done. That is Shadow Mewtwo, dude. Oh, I put it on here. Okay. So he's on the screen over my overlay, though. I would have made him smaller. It looks ugly now. My overlay's all messed up. There. Look at Shadow Mewtwo. Look at him in beast mode there. Yeah, that's Shadow Mewtwo, dude. He's such a badass. Oh my god. That is insane. And he can Mega Evolve? I'd be a Mewtwo main in Pokken. That is awesome. So who's the Pokken player here? Let me see that. I'm sorry, I just forgot who said that to me. You seen somebody and they got a Pokken version Mewtwo. Okay, Kakashi, I take it back. You're the one that told me about it. Do you play Pokken? What's the max IV shiny Mewtwo can get? So in any Pokemon game with the random number generator, the way it works is the frames are constantly cycling. The frames are cycling in a random number generator, which is crap. I had it written down which generator the Pokemon games have been using, but the random number generator takes into consideration things like what date it is, how long since boot. So the frames start at a certain frame. So it's random number generator, it grabs certain data such as what date, what time is it, and it starts you at a frame. So right now my frames are scrolling at 60 frames a second. They're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, it's going crazy. And as the frames are going, out of the total amount of frames that can occur, those frames all determine what nature it is and what its stats are, which IVs it has for 6 stats. 6 stats, all with 32 individual values. So now you kind of see how this is where the number comes from when it says, what are the shiny odds? The odds are 1 in 4,096 because out of all the combinations that can occur of this Pokemon, for every 4,096 combos there are, one of them spawns shiny. There's a shiny version for every single combination that has occurred. So it can be any nature, it can be any IV, 0 IV, 6 IV, and there's a frame for every single one of those. So that's how the random number generator works itself. So a max IV anything would have 6 IV, meaning that it's 32 IV in every stat, or 31. No, it's 32. I feel like it's 31. Damn, I can't remember math. I feel like it might be 31, but still, hold on. It's 31. I was right. I was right to be skeptical. So it's 31. So every stat has 31 possible combinations, or 31 values. And obviously divide that by 6, and then you get 0 through, well, actually, I guess it's 7, because you can have a 0 IV. So there are 7 combinations of every single stat, plus shiny, plus every nature. Yeah, that's how it works. That's why it's that's why the stats are, that's why the frames boil down to 1 in 4,096 are shiny. Actually, I'm not sure that's entirely true either. There's some artificial factor, some multiplier they add into that equation as well to put that number at the 1 in 4,096. I know what I'm trying to say, but it's a multiplier. There's a multiplier in the math somewhere, but either way. So when you hear somebody talk 6 IV in a stat, and this is going to Pokemon Go because now they added that in there. Pokemon Go rates things on a 0 to 6 scale because it says like poor, good, better, best, you know. That rating falls into that, divide those 31 out. That's where you're getting the good, the better, the best, that kind of thing. So a 6 IV Pokemon means that all those stats are 31 over 31. Or like my Ditto, where one of them is 30 over 31, and then it makes you sad because you were so close to having a shiny perfect. But if you think about it, that Ditto, if you're breeding anything that doesn't need defense, that Ditto is a perfect Ditto and it's shiny. So what are the odds on that, right? It was crazy, wasn't it? Back to your regular programming. Nito explaining the science behind why his Mewtwo is still purple. Dude, I get, you know what, Grog, I'm almost about to say, Grog, your rule, which is the FCC rule, I think, is everyone gets one. You're about to drop that one. Archo, with that comment about explaining the science why I don't have a shiny yet, is about to make me make that one exception. Whoops. We should let it spawn before we actually reset the game. How do I judge EVs? I don't believe you can. In fact, I have no idea. I know you can figure out what the EVs are because you can reset EVs in the new games, but I don't know how you actually look to see what your EVs are. Although it was something impressive that they did after my generation was over. In Gen 5, I battled in Gen 4. Gen 5, did you know that your EVs are actually calculated like Deoxys? So Deoxys is the only Pokemon in all of Gen 4 where the EVs are actually counted at the end of every battle. So its stats can literally change even at level 100. As it turns out, in Gen 5, they made the switch over to where you don't have to level up to see your EVs take impact. So you can actually be at level 100 and still get your EVs to take effect and boost your stats. And you can reset your EVs. I don't remember how. It's with the candies somehow. But as I always say in battling, the EVs are the important one. The IVs are the icing on the cake. A lot of people did not like hearing that, by the way. A lot of people were like, oh, no, you cannot battle with a 5 IV Pokemon. You're crazy. Well, unless you want to... So I guess in certain circumstances... you can either do power swaps or trick rooms, and then you actually want the 0 IV, but you get my point. A lot of people hated that saying when I used to say that. I'm like, hey, proof is in the... Well, okay, I guess proof isn't in the pudding because I had 6 IV Pokemon. But I would have won without the 6 IV. That is my point. So, back to your regular tuned programming. Grog, how you doing out there? I'm so mad that they shiny locked a Kian. Oh, Cayenne. I'm sorry, I called you Kian. I don't know why I did that. Cayenne, first off, hello and welcome to the stream. You got me when I was going. Man, I was going. I had that explanation going. We were in 6th gear. But how are you doing? It's good to see you, and I hate all shiny locks. All shiny locks suck. That's my opinion. I don't think you can reset EVs in Legends Arceus. Well, I don't know about that. I can tell you I have not looked at any of the math in Arceus for sure. In fact, I actually was completely misled by somebody who told me that Let's Go when it first came out. And I talked about this on stream once where I was like, oh, there's only 6 IVs. It goes by the rating. They were telling me like the Pokemon Go style of math. And so somebody basically talked to me like it was horrible. I looked it up and I was like, this person's so full of crap. Like, none of what they were saying exists. It's all traditional. It's just when you get a rating on the Pokemon. That's the only thing that matters on that. Every 3 IVs gives you a different rating level. But, yeah, so in conclusion, math. Which, by the way, I'd also want to point this out. I got blasted as a teenager, a child slash... I want to say I learned about EVs and IVs and the math behind battling in Gen 4. I don't believe that was a thing in 3 that I knew of. But man, I got blasted. The 2 things I got blasted for, and I've mentioned this one before. Number 1, shiny hunting. A lot of people loved seeing the shinies. And they'd say, oh my god, those shinies are awesome. But then they'd blast you. Why would you spend all the time shiny hunting? That's so lame. What a waste of your life. So that was the first thing I got blasted for years ago. The second thing I got blasted for was, why bother EV training and calculating everything out? They used to tell me, you're playing accountant. Why are you playing accountant? It's Pokemon. You're supposed to have fun. You're literally taking the fun out of it. That's what I used to hear all the time. I don't hear any of that anymore, dude. All of this is mainstream now. I'm like, what a time to be alive, where you can actually want to be competitive in Pokemon without entirely seeing a toxic fan base of other people that judge you for that decision. I love it. Now that competitive and shiny hunting have gone mainstream, it is truly a thing of beauty. I'm good, getting tired of waiting for distortions to get the fossils to finish my decks. Those distortions are going to be a wonderful thing for me because I want Toxicroak. The more I look at Toxicroak in that game, the more I want a shiny Toxicroak. That is definitely my first target. Alright, let me click here really quickly. I know, Raven, I am hot on the trigger. What I need to do is put those into the banned phrases thing. It's because I have 60 seconds that I'm sitting here doing nothing except talking into this mic. And the reason is because Mewtwo won't shine, and it's got an extremely long reset time. It's crazy. Mewtwo. You know, I found an extra Master Ball. I want to say I still have that. Somewhere in here. Let's go introduce something that doesn't make any sense, but it's kind of cool, and you see it right there, the Master Ball. You can find one laying on the floor. Now, it makes no sense logically because it was invented in a lab and there was only supposed to be one. But you can actually find an extra one just laying around. You used to have to do the Pokemon lottery to get that. Fun fact for you guys, I never won squat in the Pokemon lottery. I used to do morning dailies on the Pokemon games. Sapphire version was definitely, I did more dailies in that game than anything. Berries, go around, harvest all my berries, plant new ones, and do the Pokemon, the lottery every day, and then check for Mirage Island. And I never won anything worth talking about in that Pokemon lottery ever. I have found Pokerus in every game I've ever played that has it. With the exception of Let's Go, if it has it. I don't know. I've never asked the question if Let's Go has Pokerus. And Legends Arceus, if it has Pokerus, I don't have it. And Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I don't have Pokerus. Every other game, I have found Pokerus naturally. I have found shinies by accident. I have hunted shinies and caught over 500. But the Pokemon lottery is like this Mewtwo. It has never given me anything. H Nation's on that hype nation, and it says, Mewtwo, you got to shine for us. This is the stream. This is the time. Latino says, I have my phone in my left hand and my Joy-Con in the right. Dude, that is a good way to do it. Let's Go. You only need one Joy-Con to play. That's actually pretty cool. I have enjoyed that. So you can literally have your phone in your left and Joy-Con in your right. The odds of Mirage Island spawning are 1 in stupid. It's something like 1 in 30,000. I don't believe I've ever actually gotten a legit Mirage Island. I got it through other means, let's say. Never had a Switch while Let's Go was the most recent game. Really wanted to play, but haven't bought it and super unsure whether to buy it or not. Cayenne, I would say this is worth it because you probably won't have to pay full price for this game. It is an excellent remake of the Kanto region for a yellow, Pokemon Yellow version remake. You do not have to do the super childish stuff, which is the crazy moves that Eevee has that are all overpowered. You do not have to do 2-on-1 battles. That is optional. So if you want a good time with a good play experience where you're not just rolling over everything, then don't utilize the partner Pokemon and don't utilize 2-on-1 battling, and you will be great. It'll be an excellent game, and I absolutely would love to have a Johto version because Let's Go Johto, as much as people say they don't want another Let's Go game, although that opinion seems to be slowly flopping as well. I used to be the only one that if I were to go into a crowd and I were to say, I want another Let's Go game, everybody was yelling, oh, gross. That opinion now is more accepted, it seems. That said, it would be a Pokemon Crystal remake. I would love a Crystal remake as Let's Go. I would love it. That would be so sick. I would be riding on the back of a Suicune through 2 regions. Now, does that sound cool or what? Furthermore, I would love if instead of Kurt just making the Pokeballs, they did like a little mini game where Kurt teaches you how to make the ball and you make a Pokeball on a little workbench. Now I'm just dreaming, though. It isn't even that good. It's just cool to be there. Yeah, well, I never freaking found it. I found it, like I say, unconventional means. But I do recommend it, Cayenne. Plus, Green's in this game. You can battle Green. She's actually available in the game. Loved finding out how to get all the legendaries in Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire over the summer with my friend. Gen 3 was a hot commodity. It was packed. It had a ton going on. Gen 3, the Battle Tower. Oh, man, that was really cool. And you know what? I'll be the first to point this out. I got to say this. Gen 3, you couldn't get every Pokemon on the Pokedex. Gen 3 only had select Pokemon from its Pokedex. Gen 1 and 2 were not represented in Gen 3 until Fire Red and Leaf Green came out. So just throwing that one out there. The game was accepted widely as awesome and people loved it. And it didn't have a full Pokedex. I'm in love with my shiny Alpha Spiritomb. I don't know why, but out the corner of my eye, I thought you said your shiny Alpha Sephiroth. Your shiny Alpha Spiritomb. Dude, I absolutely agree that Spiritomb is one of the best shinies. I did not know that it could be Alpha in Legends Arceus. I'm only 4-star. I'm not that far. I just got past Lilligant in Legends Arceus. So anything past that is spoiler territory for me. I would love to shiny hunt a Spiritomb, but Toxicroak comes first. You look at shiny Toxicroak standing there in that. Well, I haven't seen it standing in Arceus, but still. You look at Toxicroak standing in Legends Arceus. Then you check out that sick shiny it's got. Oh, that Pokemon is awesome. I feel like Toxicroak actually could have had whatever the barbs are that's on it. They should have gone like for the shiny version, a dark purple. That would have made it really awesome. Bright cyan colored skin and dark purple for the barbs. Jacob says, you have a shiny Mewtwo. Nito says, I don't. Welcome to the stream, Jacob. How you doing? This is a 3-year-long hunt for me. 30,000 resets. And every February 6th, which is the birthday of Mewtwo, I give it another go, and I get skunked every time. Unfortunately, it is almost 8 o'clock. I'm going to be calling it here pretty soon, so let me check one thing really quickly. Boy. All right, let's take a look here. Thank you guys for liking the stream. 13 likes on the stream. 13 of you enjoying a hunt that, whoops. You got to see it first before you reset. 13 people liking on the stream that like this, considering that it is a very odd hunt when Legends Arceus is the relevant game right now. For sure, this one's an oddball, but I had to keep up the tradition. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm thinking I'll go, if I go 20 more resets, that's 20 more. I'll go 20 resets. That's like 20 minutes. Philip Carl Roberts, my friend, how are you doing? Welcome to the Endless Mewtwo stream, which it looks like, unless in 20 more resets something's going to happen, this thing is never, ever going to shine for me, ever. But at 30,000 resets, here's another 200. This thing's going forever. All right, here's number 1. In 20 resets, I'm going to call it a stream. I'm going to go make dinner, and from there, I don't know. Anything I want. Lilligant was a fun. You know what? That Hisuian Lilligant not only looked good, but it was a fun fight. I mean, it was the same fight as Cleavor, but its moves, I loved how they themed that Pokemon. It was really cool. Props to them. I'm shiny hunting Jigglypuff because it has green eyes, says Jason Potatoes. Jigglypuff, solid pick with those green eyes, I will say. Looks good. Shiny hunting Jigglypuff in Smash is a lot more efficient, I will say. You just click right on the D-pad. And you get even varieties of what the shiny should look like. There's number 2. We keep going onwards, my friends. Reset number 2 is in the books. It's done. It's trash. I guess I'll put 30,200. That'll be the number that we end at. Ish. Like I say, I'm just estimating this, but at a certain point, I'm sure I've lost track and probably over or underestimated. 5 shiny alphas. Dude, I did not realize that you could have, I knew that they could be shiny. I thought they were like a soft reset. You literally have to soft reset, basically. Go back to the village and check. That's a lot of full odds checking. That's a lot of luck you have, Cayenne, that I don't. Here's number 3. Green Tail, I'm afraid not this time, H-Nation. I so hope that this would be the day. Oh, I wanted this to be the day so bad. And it still could be. We're at 3. We're not done yet. This party's getting started. Oh my god. When we're done with this stream, everybody, do you want to raid somebody? Because this particular somebody's playing Hollow Knight, and he loves Hollow Knight. He's a huge Hollow Knight enthusiast. I think he's even attempted speed runs and no hit runs. Number 5. Falls flat. Flat on its face like the other 30,000. Mewtwo, this is ridiculous. I cannot believe I've ever, you know, I think I've read people before. I've seen stories about people who have been like, oh yeah, I've been hunting this for a year straight. And you're at 3. You're at 3 years. I mean, this hunt literally is turning 3. Because I know I started this on Pokemon Day. Or not Pokemon Day, on Mewtwo's birthday. So, 3 years. 10,000 every year. It's time to go for me. Have a beautiful night. Archo, you take care, my friend. Thank you for coming by. It's been a pleasure to talk with you. Number 6. And we got a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, guys, I got a good raid target. I should raid more. I should totally raid more, but I got a good raid target this time. This is gonna be a good one. I'm actually gonna pull up a YouTube browser really quickly. So number 6 is in the books. We're down to only 14 more resets. 14 more. Come on, Mewtwo. Am I gonna get a highlight tonight? It's not luck. It's pain. As all I want is a map spawn. Shiny Alpha Zorua. Zorua. Jeez. Zorua. I'm sorry. Zorua is a very common target. You know what's not a common target? Toxicroak. That's what I'm going after, man. That's what I'm going after all day. Mewtwo, number 7, dead. Out. Gone. 13 more resets, and I'm going to call it a stream. You know what? I'm thinking I just didn't time that right. I need to run my clock one more time because it feels like, yeah, it feels like I've already done. Well, yeah, I mean, it's been, okay, yeah, it is. It's 60 seconds. Every minute I get one Mewtwo encounter. So, God, this hunt has gone for 400 hours. That's ridiculous. I know that I go on binges where I'll do like 25, 30 hours of hunting in a week, but I did not think that we were at the point where it was at freaking 400 hours of hunting this thing. Mewtwo, 400 hours of my life. Throw 2 more in the bucket. Here we go, number 7. Number 7 is a bust. Was it number 7 or number 8? We might have been on number 8. I'm going to say that was 7. Here comes number 8, Mewtwo. I loved Let's Go. I really enjoyed it. But then I got stuck here. I would love more Let's Go games. In fact, for a little while before Legends, actually, forget it. Scrap that. With Legends, we'll go in tandem. I thought it would be really cool to get a Gen 8 game. And now we're at Gen 9. So when Gen 9 inevitably gets announced someday, either on the Switch or not, I thought it'd be cool to have our mainline games going, Gen 9, our sub-mainline games, Let's Go, lagging behind, following up with that 3rd game remake. So while we're getting Gen 9, Gen 10, Gen 11, there's number 8, we would be getting a Crystal remake, Emerald remake in the form of Let's Go, Platinum remake. Eventually, we would get to Black and White, where we would finally get an untold 3rd game. Pokemon Z would finally exist in the form of Let's Go. I thought that'd be a cool way for the franchise to continue. And then our side games. Throw Legends in there. Let's keep Legends going as a reliable, repeating side game. And throw something odd in there, like Unite or Pokemon Snap. I thought that'd be a good way to go. But there's not enough employees. Although they are, I mean, look at ILCA. They literally don't, Game Freak doesn't even make the game sometimes now. They're just like, yeah, we'll contract that out. So maybe. It could always happen. I have 15 non-alpha shiny Zorua. Unfortunate for you, my friend. I hope that it spawns for you. May you have more luck than I do. Number 9 in the books. Done. Gone. It's off. Floating in the wind. I'm going to buy Legends Arceus and take a break from Shiny Mewtwo. I really want to play Arceus. Latino, I definitely recommend Arceus. Especially to get away from a shiny hunt for a little bit. Even I don't stick to it where I just stay hyper-focused on one shiny. I bounce between hunts. Still haven't gotten past the starter 300-plus game time hours on... that is a nightmare. Which, by the way, speaking of nightmares, Giratina has become the third and not caught shiny hunt rather that my ass has gotten stuck over 10K. Giratina is at 11K for Brilliant Diamond right now, so I have never had that kind of trouble. The 10K club, okay, there's number 10 by the way. The 10K club was a club I was not a member of. Cresselia made me a member of that club. Cresselia possibly have made me the only 100K club member. Screw that thing, man. But Mewtwo went over 10K. Now Giratina is over 10K, and it's not even in the original game. Giratina on the original game, I've already got one that I caught shiny. Just happens to be over a decade ago. So I was hunting it again with the Brilliant Diamond game. It's at 3K. I don't think my first Giratina went up to 3K. All estimated, of course, but still. These new games are killing me, and apparently they're dragging my old game luck down a little bit with it. All right, number 11. Number 11. All right, guys, only 9 more to go. Oh, how unfortunate, Mewtwo. Do you have a surprise waiting for me with only 9 more left to go? I named my shiny Mewtwo Asda because of my friend told me to. Seems legit. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever named my shinies. I don't know if I ever did. I seem to just keep their integrity intact. Plus, if I was going to trade them away, then I wanted my friends to be able to rename them. All right, here we go. Number 12. Mewtwo number 12. Are we going to see a shiny? Please, Mewtwo. Let's go. Green tail. Ah, Mewtwo, you're killing me. All right. That was number 12. We got 8 more to go. It's been a pleasure, everybody. Seriously, thank you for hanging out tonight. Tuesday night stream, right? Kind of an oddball. I usually don't have time to, or I shouldn't say time. It's just I never feel like I can do these short burst streams. I feel like I'm not getting anywhere in the games. But, you know, quick shiny hunt. There's nothing wrong with that. And it was fun. You guys made this really fun for me. All right, number 13. Here we go. Number 13. Yeah, it was unlucky, but it was. I mean, every one of them has been unlucky so far. So, nah. All I know is at least I was the only person that can claim that he was sitting here playing freaking Pokemon Let's Go while everybody else is playing Legends Arceus. So props to me. I give myself a little bit on that one. And like I say, I thank you guys for liking the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Just sitting back, talking about how horrible Mewtwo is. I named my first one as they are really personal. My first shiny legendary was Xerneas. I thought Xerneas was shiny locked. And I called it Selene after the goddess of the moon. What is a shiny Xerneas? Is it blue? I want to say it's blue, if I've ever seen one. Which, like, oh, you know what? You probably got it in a wormhole, or that was 14, by the way. Wormhole. And we did determine that Gen 5 is shiny locked, right? I'm positive we determined that Gen 5, because I was thinking it wasn't, but shiny locks became a thing in Gen 5. Why did they? I don't understand why they did that. Till this day, I cannot believe shiny locks even exist. What was the point in that, you know? Is it because the original Pokemon had such a cool design that they didn't want to see any other alternate variants running around? No idea. Here goes number 15. Yeah, I'm positive it was Gen 5. The reason why is because I did not play Gen 5 yet. My blind Nuzlocke, hopefully someday, maybe, I don't know at this point. Have no clue. But I thought Gen 5 didn't have shiny locks, and it did. So I would have been somebody that was soft resetting. There's number 15. I would have been soft resetting for Zekrom forever before I realized, oh crap, it's shiny locked. It's a good thing I found out about shiny locks too before I came back to Pokemon after school was done. Oh my god, that would have sucked if I never knew about shiny locks. I'd be like, hey, so I'm out here and I'm resetting for, I don't know, Lunala, shiny Lunala, and I'm at 44,000 resets. By the way, it's funny that I say 44,000 because I'm trying to exaggerate, realizing that I'm at 30,000 with Mewtwo. So that sucks. Number 16, here it goes. I would kindly ask everybody if you would go on a raid with me, somebody that I know who is playing Hollow Knight. It'd be really cool. Number 16 is a bust. 17, 18, 19, 20. Here we go. Only 4 more left in the bucket. Oh, Mewtwo. Your hunt has been slow and unsuccessful for years, but at least I kept up the tradition. I can give myself credit for that. I was going to let this year fly by without messing with this Mewtwo. And I said, no, I've already done it 2019. I already did it in 2020. Now I'm going to do it, or I did it in 2021. Now I should do it in 2022. The best thing is that Gen 5 is that if the encounter box legend is shiny, the game crashes. Really? That's a good way to shiny lock it. If it's going to spawn shiny, we'll just blow everything up. Jeez. My first shiny was Diglett in Let's Go. Diglett doesn't have the most impressive shiny, but it's still a pretty cool little find. 17. Here we go. My first ever shiny, Red Gyarados Silver version, but that was storyline. Moments later in the Dragon's Den, Dragonair, I was fishing shiny. As a kid, I thought I unlocked shiny Pokemon. I was like, oh, this is cool. These things, I had no clue what the odds were of me finding a full odds Dragonair shiny as that child. It wasn't until I looked it up why I couldn't find any more of the sparkly Pokemon. Then I discovered the grim truth, and I was like, whoa. And that was well after the game was out. Crystal had been out for a little while. That's why I say it's been about 21 years since I started shiny hunting. Whenever the day was that I started looking up on GameFAQs, what are these sparkly Pokemon and how do you get them? Number 18, here we go. Mewtwo takes no mercy on me. I don't know what I did, why I'm not allowed to have a shiny Mewtwo, but, you know, the last time I hunted shiny Mewtwo was Fire Red. So it's not like I haven't gotten one before. So I don't know what this thing's problem is, but it hates me. It must be Naya's profile. This profile's cursed. I gotta run through the game on my own, obviously. It is the only answer. Number 19, and then one more after that. So here goes 19, then 20, and then I'm out for the night, guys. We will raid. I invite anybody to raid my friend who is streaming Hollow Knight. Other than that, it's been a pleasure. It really has. I do these weekday these weekday streams occasionally, very, very occasionally. And you guys just make them fun no matter what. All right, the final encounter, my friends. Hopefully this is not the last encounter. I'll try not to. In fact, I know it wasn't the last encounter last time, but it was the last encounter on stream. So maybe I'll try to get back to this again on stream. But it seems like if I had time to do all the streams, like if I were doing all the streams I talk that I want to do, I'd have pretty much streams, well, probably every day. That's why I haven't streamed Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy is something I would love to stream, and then here years have gone by, and I'm like, well, there's always something else on the way. Cayenne says, first shiny was Zorua in Pokemon Y, and that's why it's my favorite, and it's traveled with me through every game that it's allowed in. Well, then it's good that you're trying to get the Hisuian form. That said, guys, here goes the final encounter. Mewtwo, I'm going to let the movie play out. Here's number 20. The final encounter. Mewtwo, please. It's been 3 years. It's been 30,000 resets. When is enough Enough. Apparently not yet. Guys, thank you so much. What else can I say? Everything that I have wanted to say has been said. There are no words left. Guys, I am going to raid my friend who is playing Hollow Knight right now. You saw him earlier. His name is Grog Games, and all I can tell you is thank you so much for coming by and making this fun, because you guys really do make these streams are not fun if you're not here. It's just me talking into the void and shiny hunting, and what else can I say? Once again, I say it, and I say it again. It was awesome hanging out with you guys tonight. Unfortunately, H-Nation, no green tail on this one. I bid you farewell. I hope you have a good night. Now, guys, we're going to type Nito Raid. Hashtag Nito Raid. Anybody that wants to come with for the raid, I'm going to have that link for you in just a second. Here we go. I'm going to give you guys a second. You can see Baron Von C, level 98, just sitting there doing his thing. He can Mega Evolve. The raid's ready to go, guys. Let's do this. Thank you for a fun stream, guys. Nito Raid over at Grog Games. Farewell and have a good night. Take care, my friends.